Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome to a brand new Starfield video. So, after a couple of weeks in beta, the new patch has gone live. It's the first major update following the launch of Shattered Space, and there's a couple of cool bits and pieces in it. In particular, a couple of new surprises over what we discussed a couple of weeks ago. So, this is pretty cool. We'll jump in and take a look at some of the fun new stuff. So, first up, here is the new update on Bethesda's website. As you can see, we have a shiny new vehicle there, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. Yes, thank you to over 15 million players adventuring through the stars in Starfield. So Bethesda don't express this in perhaps as clear a way as we might like. It is what it is. But 15 million likely means number of copies of the game sold, which is not astronomical by Bethesda standards. On the other hand, it's a pretty darn decent number. Yeah, so I think that's pretty respectable, especially given some of the feedback out there. It's done all right. Incidentally, we just finished the main story of Shattered Space last night, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with that one. Got a couple more bits to cross off, but looking forward to doing that in the next little while. Should be cool. So we're thrilled so many of you embarked on this journey with us, and we appreciate your feedback. We were always looking for ways to improve the experience playing the game and wanted to give our community an update on most recent adjustments. So, quality of life improvements. I'm not going to go through every bit and piece of the patch here, because we went through most of it in a previous video, so I'll make sure I link that somewhere up here, and then you can check that one out if you like. I'll also link this post in the description, and there are links in here to the rest of the patch notes if you want to check those out. But in general, we have improvements to performance, which are always welcome. We have uncapped frame rates coming back for Xbox Series X users, and a bunch of bug fixes, basically, primarily relating to quests. Well, there's a couple of other bits as well. Most of these go to the most recent content that's been added into the game over the last 6 months or so. So that would be the Trackers Alliance content, and of course, Shattered Space. So, yeah, a couple of bug fixes there, but not that extensive. To be honest, on the whole, Shattered Space has been respectably bug-free and stable, I've found, since its launch, so yeah, it's pretty good. I know there's been the odd issue here and there, but on the whole, they've done all right. So yeah, that's been pretty cool. I've definitely been enjoying playing that. However, we have some new stuff that wasn't mentioned a couple of weeks ago now, rather. And that is, first up, achievement-friendly creations. So we're happy to share that we've implemented one of your highly requested features. As of the November update, which is now live, Starfield creations released through the Verified Creators program will have the option to be achievement-friendly. This means that certain creations will no longer block achievements. So there's a couple of important bits to pull out of this. It refers to the Verified Creators program, so that doesn't just mean paid creations, but it means creations from people who have the opportunity to be paid. Which is, semantics a little bit, but you don't have to charge for your creation just because you're a verified creator. But in order to have achievements, Bethesda want to verify that your mod isn't going to have a good reason for blocking them, i.e., making them unreasonably easy to get those achievements, for example. So, yeah, not all of the verified creator stuff will be achievement-friendly, but a lot more of it is. And you'll have the option, if you are uploading through that verified system, to have your mod considered for that. So that's cool. So this won't retroactively unlock on previous game saves with creations, even if they're now achievement-friendly. Yeah, modifying existing saves is not terribly surprising. They have enough issues with that with quests and things. So they're not going to go back and do that. But if you want to start a new save and get achievements, that does make sense, because it also doesn't change what you've done in the past. So if you've used a mod that would, make getting whatever achievement ridiculously easy, then what's done is done, kind of. They can't undo what you've done in the past either. So that does make sense. So, speaking of creations, they have released 2 freebies into the game, which are interesting. I'll throw some footage up of at least the Daemog land vehicle, so you can see me cruising around in that. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Marking the 15 million player landmark, but I'd definitely like to see more of this. We have a shiny new vehicle, and yeah, honestly, it gives me Tesla vibes. Not in a good way either, so there's that. The design philosophy, shall we say, is not my cup of tea. This one is more of a heavy guns missile launcher setup than a laser. So the Rev 8, the first one, has a laser mounted on top. This one has a missile launcher that scales with heavy weapons and a couple of other perks as well. So if you head into the creations page, either on Bethesda's website or in-game, you'll be able to see the details of that because it does explain it for you. So yeah, that one's cool and a freebie, and definitely a nice little addition. Built for speed and endurance, features an enclosed cabin to keep you protected as you race through the rugged landscapes. Now, it supposedly has better handling and presumably better protection against environmental conditions. So, you know, cold and whatever else might be going on out there, extreme heat maybe. I'll be curious to try that out. Might have to see if I can take a run out and test that a bit. But yeah, I definitely want to have a look at this. And as I say, we've got a few side quests in Shattered Space to finish off, so maybe I'll have a look at it there as well. And you can just change it as usual by heading to the ship services vendor and go to choose vehicles, and it'll be under there once you've picked it up. So, the second free creation is The Perfect Recipe, and in the spirit of Thanksgiving, this is a food-based side quest that has been added. So basically, this is set in Keeler City, or at least it's primarily set there, and if you head over to the bookshop over on the, on the left side of town as you're walking in, then you can find a book in there of recipes, which will lead you to a chap called Harbour-chan, from the look of this, who once was hoping to be a chef, but has had to take a more pragmatic view of life, and has taken up a different career, I believe a mechanic instead. And as such, is kind of looking to reignite his old dream, I guess, in the form of this free side quest. So, I don't know how big this is, I haven't tried it out yet. If we get the time, we might dive into it on stream fairly soon while we're wrapping up Shattered Space. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's a free side quest that you can grab while it is available. I don't know if this is going to be available for free long term. That's true of both of these creations. But at time of recording, they are there and available free, so you might as well grab them. You'll certainly be able to keep them if you already have them. So yeah, definitely worth checking that out. I imagine they probably will stay free, but I don't know for sure. Still, there we go. Very, very cool. Couple of free creations on top of some welcome improvements to Shattered Space and fixes and so on and so forth. Also to the Trackers Alliance as well that were definitely needed. I have a few questions. Oh, if you happen to have an answer to this one, let me know. Do you know if any of the new gear from Shattered Space, the weapons and the spacesuits and stuff, are available from Stash via the Trackers Alliance? I can't find out anything that suggests it is. But it may or may not have been added to his loot list, I don't know. Because some of that stuff's cool and I want it. Preferably geared for my endgame run, you know. But yeah, I have a few questions around that sort of thing, and if it's not, if that's not the case, then perhaps needs to be added in a future patch. My guess is we'll see the next update to Starfield in the early part of 2025, because we are mid-November now, and they generally update about every 6 weeks, or they strive to. So that would put it early January. Obviously, there's the holiday period in there, and they quite rightly take a bunch of time off about then, so I'd say mid to late January probably for the next update to Starfield, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, they're going to continue releasing new updates, new sort of small bits of content like this, and bug fixes, and so on and so forth. And we'll see other bits and pieces added throughout the year, hopefully community-requested changes as well. And Bethesda have also hinted that they will be adding new DLC circa Shattered Space every year as well, for a while going forward at the very least. So we'll have to see how that pans out, because whatever's next must be in development by now, if they're planning to put it out around about next autumn. So be interesting to see what that is. We'll probably find out some more about that as next year rolls along, possibly in the spring or in the summer, we'll have to see. But yeah, looking forward to. Either way, thank you very much for watching. Hope you found this one interesting and informative, and yeah, hope you guys are enjoying Starfield if you are still playing or diving back in. I've definitely enjoyed Shattered Space, and very much a fan of my new character, my newish character that I've been playing. That one's come out rather well, so looking forward to pushing on. Interesting to see how that character develops, because I have got some ideas about how her perceptions would develop as she goes into New Game Plus and so on. So yeah, interesting for me, but I've been enjoying this quite a lot. So, if you guys did enjoy the video, please do drop the subs and likes. Down below, I've got social media links and channel memberships if you want to support the channel that way. Very much appreciate. And as I say, join us for live streams. We've got the last bit of Starfield to play. And, of course, some Fallout stuff coming up. We've got Indiana Jones on the horizon. Looking forward to that, as well as, well, tons of other stuff that I want to play as well. So, if you're looking for something to watch, keep it here. There's plenty. For now, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.